Joining us now from Washington, the Ukrainian ambassador to the United States, Oksana Markarova. Ambassador, thank you so much for joining us. As you know, President Zelensky really wanted a formal invitation and a timeline to join NATO after the war. He got other assurances. Do those go far enough?
Thank you, Wolf, for having me. Nice to see you in Vilnius. We would like to be members of NATO. As we repeatedly said, this is in our hearts, in our constitution. That's what people of Ukraine want. And frankly, this is the only long-term solution for the region and for transatlantic community. I think this forum and this summit has been a very important milestone. And we have started the NATO-Ukraine Council. We have a very powerful G7 declaration in support of Ukraine. We have great meeting between our presidents, where again they both in a very friendly manner discussed all the issues, all the prospects, and I think we are on track and we are moving in the right direction. Now, of course, as we say with this war that Russia started against Ukraine, we will only be completely happy when we win the war and when Russians are out. Similar with NATO. Of course, we all will be completely happy when we will be members of NATO. And today we heard loud and clear from President Biden that he also looks forward to that day. So we know a lot needs to be done. We know reforms need to be done. We also know that with our battle-tested army, with our love to freedom and values that we defend, there is a lot we can offer to NATO. So I think it was a great family type of discussion between all the NATO members, and hopefully that moment when the allies will agree and conditions are met will be sooner rather than later.
The U.S. Ambassador and the G7 nations, for that matter, they are promising security commitments to Ukraine. Are you clear, Ambassador, on what those commitments will look like?
Well, look, in the declaration, the countries, the G7 countries, put together what types of the commitments are going to be there, and the categories are very loud here. The declaration also has said very clearly at the end of that it's not a replacement for anything. It's actually, we are taking this efforts while Ukraine is working towards its transatlantic aspirations. So it's a very important document. It's a great basis of all G7 agreeing on that together with Ukraine. And now we will work very actively on a bilateral basis with our friends and colleagues on putting it into a bilateral format. So look forward to working with my counterparts here, of course, on this. But I think you also, as President Zelensky said, you also see these commitments already on the battlefield. The support, the security support, the budget support, the humanitarian support that American people, American president, Congress on a very strong bipartisan basis provides to us, and for which we are very grateful, is already there. This declaration once again proved that not only US and other countries will stay the course with us, but actually that we are together until we win.
As you know, a top Biden official who's here who's here with the president and the British Defense Secretary, for that matter, they both today suggested the allies want to see what they called gratitude for their ongoing support for Ukraine. What's your specific reaction, Ambassador, to that?
Wolf, we are very grateful. You know that, of course, we are fighting this fight because we have the brave president who's leading the nation. We have our defenders on the front lines, which are paying with their lives for the freedom and independence of Ukraine, but also for anyone who believes in these values. But we also know we wouldn't be able to do it without the US or all our friends and allies who have been standing shoulder to shoulder with us and providing all the support. So we are very grateful for everything. But of course, we say we need more because we need to win, because we need to liberate territories and save all the people who have been tortured, raped, and killed, because we need to restore international order. So the fact that we're discussing, frankly, with our allies that we still need to stay the course and do a little bit more does not mean we are not grateful. We're very grateful to every American who's supporting us for every dollar that we're using very responsibly and effectively.
I know you are. Ambassador Oksana Markarova, thank you so much for joining us. And as I say to you all the time, good luck to you. Good luck indeed to all the people of Ukraine.